Guys, and welcome to another episode of Vintage Classics. Now, BOSS has been known for some great pedals, for some alright pedals, and for some awful pedals, ranging from stuff like the Roland CE1, technically not a BOSS pedal, and the CE2 chorus pedals used everywhere, to stuff like the Metal Zone, which, while extremely popular, is loved to be hated. Now, here we've got a little more obscure one, but according to the internet, is possibly one of the worst distortion pedals ever made, along with the BOSS XTortion, and that is the BOSS Power Driver. So the Power Driver, I think, was only made in Taiwan in the 90s, and according to many, was BOSS's attempt to get a Big Muff, sludgy kind of sound. It doesn't really do that. Now, is it the worst pedal ever? I'll let you guys decide. I think there is some interesting sounds out of here, but I can understand how you could easily misuse the pedal and get bad sounds. So I'm using my Parenti T-Style again into my Frenzel Hotbox AC15. So the controls you've got here are level, fat, muscle and drive. Now, level and drive makes sense. Fat is your low end. So that is basically just a bass, boost or cut. And then muscle is mids. Now this is where things can get kind of awful sounding because it's almost like, it's kind of, I don't know, around 800, which is not a frequency I generally like, mid boost. So you can get real honky stuff out of it. And of course drive. So we're going to start, let's just start with things at 12 o'clock and we'll go through some of the knobs and then some bad settings and some good settings. So, So there you can hear how bad muscle full up can sound if that's not kind of your thing. So if I do this like that, put the drive on full. I'll say that's a pretty terrible sound. It doesn't sound like a fuzz. It has all the bad things of a fuzz with none of the niceness to it. But I think if you keep the drive down and the bass up and the muscle around here, you can get some kind of usable stuff. But it's pretty noisy in this setting. keep boosting that up, the drive up, you can get more of a kind of doom kind of thing. Now the biggest thing I find is it's got way too much treble, and without a treble control you can't really change that. Now I'm playing with a very bright guitar, a Telecaster, so I'm going to switch to the Les Paul and see how it sounds with humbuckers, because this lets that natural treble come through as a grating mess. So hopefully the Les Paul will sound a little different. And last, let's use it as a driver to boost a crunch. So, definitely not the best pedal Boss has ever come out with. And most of the sounds, there's something else that does it better, I'd say. Now, that one caveat is, I didn't mind that last sound. That little bit of a gain boost, kind of more of a metal, thick sound with my amp distortion. I don't have any other pedals that do that. But will it react like that to all rigs? Possibly not. Maybe that was just a luck sound. That's the thing with a lot of pedals, especially old ones, is sometimes they work with the rig and sometimes they really don't. Overall, I wouldn't go out of your way to buy a power driver. But if you're a Boss collector, they can be had pretty cheap secondhand, especially if you look overseas. I'm in Australia and I got this from Japan, and it was pretty cheap from Japan. I think about $40 Australian, maybe a little bit more. Fun pedal to play around with, but definitely not ending up on my pedal board anytime soon. So that's it for me today. Thanks for watching. Look at the other Boss pedals. Not just Boss pedals, I've got a few other different things as well. But yeah, Boss pedals, I've already done the OD2 and the DS1 distortion. I still have a couple of bass pedals, and the T-Wah as well, a few other little things. Plus I got some old Ibanez, Korg, and a few other pedals coming soon. You might have seen them in my Unboxing Pedals 3 video. So keep your eye out for them. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.